Hello everyone. So in the last class we discussed about the applications of DBMS. Now we'll see the traditional method versus the DBMS method, like how we are going to store uh, data in DBMS. Previously, how we use it to store the data in a file. Okay, that is the difference between database versus file. So what is a file system? Where we are storing the data in a folders, like in a computer system, like using OS. Like so when it comes to the database, we are storing the data in a software. So where we can manipulate the data, retrieve the data whenever we want using some software systems like SQL, Oracle. So how it is difference between the file system versus the database? So when it comes to the file system, we are storing the data in a file format in our operating systems using File Explorer. When it comes to the database systems, we are storing the data in a structured format. If we take an example, so you are storing the data in your text file like .txt or .csv file in your File Explorer or local C drive. So here when it comes to the database, you are storing the data using some software, DBMS software, and you are arranging the data in a tabular format like rows and columns. There is a difference between file and DBMS. How the data is storing. When it comes to the file, you are storing the data in a text format. When it comes to the DBMS, you are storing the data in a tabular format. Where you are storing the data in your operating system, File Explorer, where you are storing the data in your database, either it may be SQL or Oracle or any operating system you are using to store the data. Okay, I mean to maintain this data. Next. So here the data is formatted in file system. No, we cannot say it is a formatted data, maybe format unstructured or semi-structured. Like so, if you take a name and student name and marks, you just have an information of a particular section and their students and marks. You did not arrange it properly, like roll number wise or based on the marks wise or the grades wise. You did not arrange, but you have a data of a particular class, student, and marks. When it comes to the DBMS, you are arranged in this tabular format. It is a structured format. You can get the data of a particular student, highest score to lowest score, starting roll number to any ending roll number. Each and everything you'll get when you arrange the data in a structured format. Yes or no? Yes. So that is the data format when it comes to the file versus database. Next, redundancy control. So here, when you are entering it manually, there is a chance that data will be repeated. Means once you entered one roll number, if it is not in your order wise, structure wise, there is a chance that the roll number may be repeated. There is a chance that roll number may be not entered. There is a chance of missing data, duplicate data in file system. Means here manually we are entering it, and there is no cross checking here, just because we are entering and we are updating the data. When it comes to the data redundancy control of the DBMS, so here the DBMS avoid the duplicate data. It uses some normalization technique to avoid the duplicate data or null data. Okay, any missing data we can handle this using this DBMS. Next, when it comes to the file system, data integrity means there is no built-in support to get the data, to retrieve the data, to manipulate the data in file system. So we just store the data in a text format or any format. We don't have a chance to update the details, to retrieve the data every time. If it is lost, we cannot get back it. It's DBMS. When it comes to the data integrity, we maintain that data integrity retrieves, manipulate each and everything using some constraints. We have some rules to maintain that. So DBMS supports that. Next, security. Yes, if that file lost, so we have to, what we'll do, like if anyone, yes, so if the file access, how do you maintain? There is a less security when it comes to the file system. The file may be opened by anyone. When it comes to the DBMS, so we can maintain that access control using this DBMS, like based on the user. If you are an admin, you have an access to access all the files. If you are a user of that particular application, you can view only whatever your account details. Like if you take an Instagram, you are a user, right? You can access only your details of Instagram means your account. You cannot access other account details. So if you are an admin, suppose, so you have a data of all the Instagram users, right? So that is called as DBMS. So you can maintain that access control using DBMS. It's concurrency. Like if a particular file want to access by multiple users, so you cannot. It is not easy that you cannot share that same file. That multiple users cannot open the same file at a time. When it comes to the normal file system, like when it comes to the DBMS, at a time, at this simultaneously, multiple users can access the same data. That is called as the DBMS here. So we are here, and some other person is somewhere else. They want to use the same application at a time. Yes, here the DBMS supports the multi-users accessing the data. Next, backup recovery. So if it is lost, if unfortunately the file is deleted, there is no chance that the file will be retrieved back. So we need to do it. That is a manual backup. We need to create a file. We need to update the data. There is a manual backup that is happening in file system. When it comes to the database system, so we have an automatic recovery option in DBMS. We'll get back that file, whatever the file it is deleted by mistake. We can have a recovery features in DBMS. Next, when it comes to searching speed, if any any data you want from a particular file, so it takes some time to search each and every line, and it will find out. So means here the manual intervention is here. When it comes to the database management system, so it will just search the particular data by using the indexing. Like how we are able to access a particular book in a library system, at which row, at which rack, we are getting that information, right? So if you know the exact position of the particular book, we can easily get that book. We can go to that particular page and a particular row, and we'll take that book. If we don't know, we have to do check each and every row of and we'll find out, we'll search it until we find that book. That is called as a file system. But we are not doing like that. We are just going to that particular book where it is exactly available. That is called as a DBMS. Next, query language. So query language, like it is not supporting the queries file system. So it supports DBMS supports the queries using SQL. Next, data relationships. So is there any interconnection between, is there any relation between the one data to another data? We cannot find out using this file system, but we can DBMS using some foreign keys, we can find the relation between this links between tables or the data to data. That happens using DBMS. So finally, we concluded that what are the disadvantages, the complex things we have in file, we have overcome using the DBMS. That is called as the DBMS system. Okay, I hope you understood the difference between file versus DBMS. If you take a real-time example, so how the teachers maintain the attendance of the class. Suppose they have taken the attendance. Suppose if it is a book. Okay, so he has the teacher has entered the attendance in a register. After entering the register, after few days, that is, one student has changed from that class to another class. What happens here? Again, the teacher has to maintain a new register and they have to copy the details of all the students with a new person, right? Yes, that person is not there. Now he or she has entered into that class. Yes, the teacher has to include that. Here, the teacher has to remove that particular person. Okay, here the order may change. Inconsistency may arise. So data is not in the order. Redundancy occurs. All this happens with the file system. When it comes to the database, we have all the students' data at one place. So if it is changed, if it is updated, if it is deleted, whatever you are operating, whatever the steps you want to do, you can do it in database. So here, how the database supports. Okay, when we need to use this database, when we need to use file system, when it comes to the less data and less security, we can go with the file system. When you are maintaining a large set of data, when you want to give access to the multiple users and you want to maintain the security, then go with the DBM system. Okay, so file system has a simple, but it has some limitations that will get we have a less security and we cannot give access to all the users at a time. So DBMS is best suitable for this modern applications. Okay, so that's all for today. I hope you understood how the DBMS is important in our daily life system. Okay, what is a traditional method and how the DBMS is changed from the traditional method to modern applications. Okay, that's all for today. If you have watched this video till the end, please do subscribe to our channel. And if you have any doubt, please comment it and give me some feedback about my session so that I will also improve my skills. I will also change my teaching methodology, what I need to do. Okay, thank you everyone. We'll see you in the next class.